What's going on YouTube? Q back here again with another video for you. In today's video, I'm about to drop some knowledge on you guys. So this is something I do to where I don't have to pay for gas. Something I've been doing for years. And an elderly couple told me about it years ago. I'm going to give you the steps and the benefits, the pros and cons to doing this. Just life hack, so to say. So if you see behind me, I got two thirsty behemoths. That one's really thirsty, and this one is so new I never put gas in it. It's been too bad to drive. If you look at the ground, it's still ice on the ground, so I got to deal with some ice in the street, so I've been avoiding driving it. Then it keeps snowing off and on. But for my car people, tune into this. It might be something you don't know, because I like to drop a little financial gem in here every now and then. So join me on this. I'm going to show you not how to pay for gas. But before you leave the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel. Let's jump into it. Today I'm about to get the Camaro, and I'm about to do this method right now because I got some free money that I can use for gas. But before I talk about that, check out this hoodie right here. Got it from the Blueprint 1 LE. Check out this website, team4motorsports.com. I think that's what it is. I'll link it down in the description, and subscribe to his YouTube channel and follow him on Instagram as well. So let me mount us up in the Camaro and head to the gas station so I can talk about what I do. Alright, so at this point you're probably wondering, how does Q get free gas on these cars? And the answer is simple, but it costs money. It takes money to make money. It's one of those types of scenarios. So the same money that I would spend anyways, I put it on the credit card. So this is used with credit card reward points, cash back, promotional bonuses. Like some credit cards you spend $500 or $700 and you get $200 back. And with these same cards, I think that might be the Capital One Quicksilver card. There's a card that I use personally for everything, and this card is the City Double Cash. And none of this is sponsored. This is just me giving you information that I think is beneficial. So there's a City Double Cash, so you get 2% cash back. I think 2% is about the highest you can get these days. The Quicksilver is 1.5%. I don't use that anymore. I use it to get the $200 or $300 promotional period. Spend $500 to $700 in the first 3 months, and you get that back. But the City Double Cash, I put everything on: utilities, bills, groceries, gas, everything. So with that card, so you get 1% cash back for buying things, and you get 1% cash back once you pay it off. So that equals out to the 2%. And at the time you get a promotional for signing up and spending a certain amount of money. I'm out of that period now, but it's still great to use this card all the time. So everything I get, I pay for with the credit card. I don't use debit cards at all anymore, just because they don't offer cash back. So also, you have to be disciplined when it comes to doing this. So you have to pay the balance off. I pay my balance off twice a month, or as often as I remember before that statement hits, because if you use it as credit, if you don't have the cash, it backfires. Like, don't even do it if you don't plan on paying it off. It takes discipline. Like, don't go buying stuff that you don't need. For me, I only buy the stuff that I would spend on with cash anyways. So I'm not using money that I don't have to get stuff that I don't want or wasn't going to buy anyways. Like I said, I'm paying my utilities. You can't pay car notes and mortgages with that, because that comes from like a bank or a routing number. But everything you can swipe. I literally just bought lunch. I just ordered lunch. That's going on this card, and that's going to add to my cash back. So if you're not disciplined, don't do it. These cards generally have like a year to 18 months of 0% interest. So you could if you needed to, but I recommend just not doing that, because you never know what could happen financially. Because once that interest hits, boom, it just negates all the cash back. So that's why you have to be disciplined, because credit card interest rates are like between 12, 15, 18 and higher, and that's with excellent credit. I have an excellent credit score, so that's one thing that you will need to work on. Some of these cards you need an excellent credit score, or at least good credit to get. I think like 600s or above. So another thing that's not sponsored, just go to nerdwallet.com, because the credit cards, the benefits change from time to time. Like the promotions aren't always the same. And then there's certain credit cards that it rotates the things that you get cash back for. I think like it's the red, white, and blue. Bank of America and Chase, they have rotational cash back items. Like maybe 1 month groceries might give you 5% cash back, then another period it'll be groceries give you 5% cash back. Those are good if you spend enough money to capitalize on that cash back. I say do that, but me, I just like to simplify it. One card that gives me the most cash back for everything, so I don't want to split up like, oh, I get 2% cash back on my utilities, oh, this gives me 5% cash back on gas, but I'm only paying for $100 in gas a month. It just makes more sense for me personally. I don't know what your bills add up to a month, but mine are in the like that $3,000, or not $3,000. Some cars are $3,000 in the promotion. You spend $3,000, you get a certain amount in cash back. I actually just got like so I opened a Delta Sky Miles card when I went to Vegas. The video I did with the Z06 out there, I just signed up for the credit card in like November, and I already got like $800, and the equivalency of is almost $900. So like 87,000 flyer miles was just $870 just from booking that flight to Vegas for me and my wife. And I think I had to spend like $3,000. So that gave me, I can get like both of us can get 2 more flights. I can get 4 trips to Dallas if I wanted to. So I think it's an excellent idea, but I paid that card off. I paid the card off before the statement hit. Like I knew how much it paid for. I just paid it all off. So you don't want that balance to go, because definitely on that card, there's no promotional period for the interest rate. The interest is just there. So there is a grace period. I think it's like every 21 days or every 28 days in between cycles before the interest hits. So you can have a credit card and not pay any interest if you don't hold that balance for longer than that. But if you do hold it for longer than that, the interest kicks in. There's no point in doing this. So every month I'm able to get between, on the low end, like $50-something cash back just on this one card. If I put in more effort to find a better car, I could do better, but I'm just comfortable using the one that I have. But there's some people that put a lot of different things on a lot of different cars. I don't want to put that much energy into it. But you can get between 50. I've gotten 50 on the low end just from month to month. Every month I get this $50 in cash back at minimum. And I've gotten as high as like $112 per month. And that pays for the gas in these cars. I'm about to go fill up now. And when I get home on my computer, I'm going to send that cash back to my bank account, or you can just put it on the credit statement. So different cards, they I like the Quicksilver, but it has the lesser cash back. The instant you buy something, the cash back is there. But on the City Double Cash, you won't see the cash back until that the next billing statement hits. So I have to wait till like the 6th or 7th of every month, and then I see my cash back. If you want your cash back instantly, go with something like the Quicksilver. I've had like maybe 5 to 10 of these cards. I do it often. You can do it every year if you want to. You can do it as often if you want to, as long as that promotion is there. But the more you run your credit, the more it dings it. So I haven't applied for another credit card in a while. I'm just using my City Double Cash. Actually, I just told you about the credit card I applied for. But there's other ones I want, but I just haven't done it yet. Like if there's a big promotion, like I'm not about to, you have to put in all the information on all the sites that you go to pay off bills. I don't feel like doing that, so I'm not going to at the moment. But I just had my wife do one for herself. Like, over time periods, like, there's better offers out there, and it always changes. Now that the interest rates are getting higher, things might be getting worse. At one point, it was cars giving 2.5% cash back. And I've seen one place that I could apply for that had that. I know USAA had that, but I don't qualify for that. Maybe I can. But there was another credit union, a particular credit union you had to join to get that. And it was just more effort than what I wanted to put it to. Like, I didn't want to create a checking account. It was too much work for me. I try to keep it simple. You can apply by these cars by phone, and you're approved within minutes, and they'll call you. You can have the credit card number before the physical card gets there, and that's what I prefer to do. And you can start using it before the card is there. So that is how I never had to pay for gas. Definitely that promotional period. I've gotten a few cards, like the Delta card. I used it to book a couple trips. I got $870 worth of flyer miles, and I'm probably never going to use it again, only for when I book Delta and I get like the perks of I get seated first. There's certain perks to it. And another reason why I don't use debit cards, because there's a lot of fraudulent things that happen with the debit card. You have to file a police report. They got to cancel the card. You have to get another card sent. Like, it's a lot that goes along with that. With the credit card, you're just like, I ain't do that. I didn't spend that money. And they're like, all right. And then you get extra warranties with credit cards. Like when you rent a car, certain credit cards, you don't have to buy the renter's insurance. The credit card will handle that. Credit cards have a lot of benefits, and that's not talked about a lot. Extended warranties on electronic products. It's a lot of things. Like, I don't ever use my debit card. Like, I had a debit card that didn't work for months. I literally just replaced it this past week. But it really doesn't serve a purpose. They're trying to do more things with debit cards, but for me, the credit cards are the way to go. Just because of all the benefits. But please, be disciplined. Do not let that interest accrue. It'll negate everything and more that I said. Do not let the interest accrue. So, I'm not sponsored by NerdWallet, Citi, or any of these companies that I'm mentioning, but check out NerdWallet. Like, if you're working on building credit, they're like the first thing. I always search for them when I want to know what credit card is best for what. If you want to do a balance transfer, they'll have like 5 different cards that are best for that. If you want points, it'll have a list of cards that are best for that, depending on what you want. If you want travel miles, it sorts everything out for you, so you don't have to do the work. So I highly recommend doing that. So I'm going to leave you all with that. If the credit isn't there, just work on it. It doesn't take, well, it can take work depending on how bad it is, but definitely work on building credit. It just helps you obtain more things. Like, I've bought houses off credit, like just a house, got a personal loan. I bought a house, it's basically as good as cash, and I rented that house out. So definitely work on the credit. It opens up a lot of doors, but you have to be responsible. And I keep saying that because you can destroy yourself, like, financially, if your credit isn't good. And then there's the people that use cash, but just use credit. You get money back. The money that you're already gonna spend, why won't you get the cash back if you just pay it off? Like, you can pay it off on the app. I have like 3. Well, I'm weird. I don't like paying my bills on my phone. I use my desktop for that. But I got certain dates on my calendar. I just pay it off, pay the bills off, so I don't have to pay that interest. So I'm just leaving you here with that. That's a tidbit that I use that not too many people I know talk about. I'm like, oh, people don't use credit cards, period. It's people that don't use credit cards at all. And I just say, why not? If you have the discipline. So that's the message I have to give you all today. It's a little finance. I'm going to switch back to the cars. It's warm enough to drive this car today, but I'm going to get back to the car content soon. It kept snowing. It was ice all over my street, and it was just, I can't do that with this car on summer tires. So going to get back to the car content as soon as I can. I've been itching to drive this car. It's only 135 miles in it, and this is about to be my first fill up right here. So thank you all for watching this video. Consider what I said. If it works for you, go ahead and do it. I recommend certain places don't take all credit cards. Like if you get gas, Costco is a weird place. They don't accept MasterCard unless it's a debit card. So I have a special, well, it's not a special card. It's a card that I used a while ago to get their perks. It was like $200 or $300 I got for spending like whatever. And then I use that card when I go to Costco and get gas. So it's the only thing I use that card for, because Costco won't take. At one point they only took American Express, and I had that card before. I had a lot of cards, but they won't take American Express. They don't take MasterCard credit cards. They only take Visa credit cards. And I think Sam's Club takes American Express credit cards, but I don't have a Sam's Club membership. So leaving you all with that. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel. About to get my first fill up on this car, and about to enjoy the rest of my day. Eat this lunch that I just paid for with my credit cards, and get home and pay for this tank of gas that I'm about to get. Now, it takes a bunch of money to spend. You're not going to spend like $1 and get $50 cash back. It's probably a couple $1,000s a month that you would have to spend. So if you spend that, you will never have to pay for gas like me. So leaving you with that. So peace out, folks.